Shohei is perfect on his bobblehead nights. I mean, every time he has a bobblehead night, Todd Father, he goes off. So there's the latest one that they showed off. It was the Mr. 50-50 bobble. And of course, the place erupts and there's lines out the door and all of that for these games. But then you also get to see him put on a show. I mean, he had another huge day yesterday. Every time he's got one of these, it's like he plays up to the promo. I mean, he is a marketing person's dream, right? If you're in the marketing department for the Dodgers, you're like, hey, let's get as many Shohei handouts as possible because we know he's going to give people the best experience of their life because they're going to go. You're a kid. Imagine you're a kid. You get this thing, and then you actually get to see the guy who you're holding go off like this.
You need to have a series, like one a month, maybe like a blue jersey one, a white jersey one, like pins at the Little League World Series. Like you have a set. So this guy would just keep going off and off. Absolutely amazing. You just watch. People don't talk about his eyes. He puts his eyes to the ball and exaggerates it like Paul O'Neill used to do back in the day. I mean, it's ridiculous to watch. He is absolute stud. And yeah, just keep on with the bobbleheads. He's going to be fine if you keep doing that. Have one sliding, one catching, one throwing, one hitting, all that. Bunting, I don't care what you do. Backflip, any type of bobblehead he needs, he's going to go off, and people are going to be jumping for joy in the streets in LA.
Let's just make sure that the bobblehead doesn't depict him hurting his shoulder. You're not supposed to slide with your hand down. You can't show it on here. You're not supposed to slide with your hand down the ground. Remember what he did in the World Series? Little boop. Because he slid like that, it could have been the 50-50 shoulder injury slide bobblehead.
Oh, wow. Kratz got dark on us.
Just right here.
Just saying. You saw it. What do you teach, Todd? You teach hands up. Hands up when you slide in. And he always slides feet first. I don't think I've ever seen him slide hands first.
No, I rarely did too. Only on if I needed to get around a guy at home plate or something like that. I remember I broke my hand when I was younger sliding in the third. My first time playing on a bigger field. It was muddy. Went flipped over. I couldn't even hold the bat. I'm like, I'm never doing that again.
So if Shohei's big in big spots like that, it's like his night. He's got a lot of fanfare. Should we double down on like a hits, runs, and RBIs tonight for old Shohei? Because playing the Angeles of the Angels.
Homer.
No, they're not giving anything out. It's giveaways. Giveaways are the lock.
They need to do the giveaways during the playoffs. Do it during the playoffs.
Yeah. Right. Challenge him, Todd Father. I always play by the heat check rule, right? Like, is this a trend that is so on the money that you should just be giving something out, for every playoff game and see if he hits a homer for every playoff game? I mean, you might be watching this right now thinking it's dumb, but it is true. I mean, every time he's got something cooked up with the marketing team, it's been pretty ridiculous. Okay, the other thing I want to ask you guys about, and Kratz already actually answered this yesterday, so I'm going to see if Todd Father can give us a different answer. Todd Father, 24-year-old top catching prospect for the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing, gets called up, made his major league debut yesterday. That's a fun debut. Oh, wow. I'm on a team that won 19-2 over the A's, and I get to watch Ohtani homer on his bobble night, and Kim has been off to an awesome start. Rushing I think he saw 11 pitches in his first 2 plate appearances and only swung twice, had a hit in his second at bat. There's a nice Dalton Rushing auto that I'm sure is worth a pretty penny, but you can probably find those coming up in some slab packs.
Right there.
Right? That's nice.
That's the catcher's dream card right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's a really cool card. Okay. Should he be up in the big leagues, Todd Father, when Will Smith is the longtime starting catcher for the Dodgers? I'm not going to tell you where each of us stand, but there was heated debate yesterday on where he's at.
Especially because we're talking about catchers,
Yeah, and let me know if you need any other context, right? Obviously, you know what Will Smith brings to the table. Rushing was hitting the crap out of AAA pitching, and he's 24 years old. So do you think that he should be up in the bigs right now, getting a start or two a week, he is learning some outfield, maybe get some of that action, maybe some DH action. But should he be there, or should he be marinating in the minor leagues until he can get more consistent playing time?
First off, Kratzy, wipe the snarl off your face. You look like you're going to get upset. Second,
It's the mustache. The mustache makes me look angry. I'm just as happy as I normally am. See, this is the same face.
Scotty, how many more years does Will Smith have on his contract?
$1 billion. I mean, 7 or 8 or 9.
He's got a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, this is tough. Oh, this is really hard.
So should Rushing sit in the minors until he's 35? I mean, obviously, the boys yesterday, Kratz and AJ said you got to trade him. But as you know, you can't just magically snap your fingers and trade someone. And you want to have depth just in case there's a problem. So what do you do?
Have depth. Yes, you bring his behind up and you platoon both of them, in my opinion. You platoon them both. You give Will 4, you give him 2, maybe, give Shohei an off day.
What?
I don't know. He's hitting that well. Screw trading him. Keep him. Let's see what he does right now with the Dodgers. Yeah, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Cheers.
You're giving Shohei at bats off because dude hit 25 homers in the minor leagues? No. The reason, exactly what Scott just said, proves our point. You need depth. You don't know what's going to happen. No position is more volatile than that one in the field. Obviously, pitching, the Dodgers and the Rays, they break all their pitchers. But catching, you want depth? What did Austin Barnes do to deserve to be DFA'd? People are going to be like, oh, he was only hitting 214. His OPS plus was 44. I get that. My guy is playing once every 6 days. Before, he was playing once every 5 days. But since they go on a 7-man rotation, he only gets to catch one of these dudes. And he's catching and receiving at an elite level. Will Smith is part of your star-studded all-star lineup. Will Smith does not need days off for Dalton Rushing to get to play instead. Unless Will Smith is like, you know what, I'm going to be like Mookie. I'm going to go play some second base. I'm going to go play some right field. No, Will Smith is your starting catcher. Dalton Rushing is a future big league starting catcher based on what he has done in the minor leagues.
Okay, first off.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, first off, I mean, Top Father, I don't feel like that was a really good voiceover impression because he's like, oh, what are you going to say? 44 OPS plus? No, it's a 47 OPS plus from Austin Barnes. Ooh. And according to your math, if Dalton Rushing's only getting a couple starts a week, he's going to be a bad hitter at the plate. I bet you he's going to be a better offensive contributor to a team that, wait, hold up, might not win the division or might have to fight for it till the end. And those at-bats make a difference. And you want him there. And also, injuries happen. They seem to happen even more so with the Dodgers. So if
everything worked out,
down for some time like he did last year, you've got a guy that can come in here, Top Father, and Rushing, and be a really good starting catcher if he lives up to what he's supposed to be. So don't you need that depth? The Angels have Ohapi and d'Arnaud.
You can't bring him up and not play him. That would be a problem for me. Like knowing how good he is. Like they're bringing this guy up, to sit the bench? No, this is why I'm sitting here. I do not know the answer to this question because I am not in the LA organization, but for knowing minor league guys and being a guy they brought up and didn't play at all, that stinks. It screws up your mind a little bit, and all of a sudden everything changes a little bit. You can go back down and struggle, but you bring this guy up knowing he's going to play, and they have a lot of decisions to make with him for sure right now.
What if he gets 2 starts a week at catcher and 1 start a week in the outfield? So now we're up to about half the week. Is that enough?
No, I don't think so.
He's never not played. Not played. I would love if they did this, not for his career, but for my mental clarity. Because I always feel like you take the best player and you only play him 2 or 3 days a week when his entire career, whether for Dalton Rushing, it's been 3 years in the minor leagues, or it's Shohei Ohtani for 10 years in the big leagues. You take them out of the lineup 4 of the 6 days that you guys play games, their numbers are not going to be very good. And to do that to a young player, you are stunting his growth, you are stunting his value to the organization, and God forbid something does happen to Will Smith. Now he steps in as a starter. Who's going to back him up? Is that person better than Austin Barnes? Where you had that depth, he was still playing in the minor leagues. I get it, it sucks. Everybody's had a good career in the minor leagues, wants to go up to the big leagues. Bide your time. Then all of a sudden, you're bringing somebody up that isn't as good as Austin Barnes that was in AAA. I question it. Maybe we're making a mountain out of a molehill here, but it's just something that I would not do, but it's a new way of looking at how guys call up prospects instead of calling up that AAA fill-in guy.
Yeah, the Dodgers have a really talented team, and they're not going to be able to find playing time for everyone if they keep pumping out high-end prospects like this, which they're doing, I think, better than ever, which is crazy because they keep winning. So you pick the back of the draft, you have less money to spend in the draft, but it's happening. So they're like, eventually, we can't just trade everyone away if they're good. But I see both sides here. I'm just saying I'm very much on the 24 years old, let's have him experience the big leagues and go from there. If he can't hit a lick because he's only playing 2-3 times a week, we can talk, but let's at least see what happens. And it is a big deal because somebody got DFA'd who it was a big part of the organization for a long time, and someone who's a big part of the minor league system now gets called up. But yes,
look at Trent Grisham. Sorry, look at Trent Grisham. What did he do last year in limited time?
Struggle.
What is he doing this year in not limited time? Same
Not
player,
struggle.
not struggle as much. That's it. I'm not saying he's going to hit 300 on the season. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star or anything. The more you play, the better you'll have better results because you can do what Max Muncy and Brett Boone were talking about yesterday. You can stack at bats. How am I going to face this guy the second, third time through the order instead of, oh no, we're losing 3-1. Someone's going to pinch hit for me.
I see your point. I do think that it's obviously better for him to get consistent ABs, but at some point you got to let the dude play and see what happens, or at least let him face big league competition. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. First off, let's show the card again. Nice. Very nice. That's the 2023 Panini Chronicles Obsidian Auto. Fresh. 10 out of 10 too, whoever's got that card. So you can probably find that, John, on Arena Club in the marketplace and add it to your showroom. Also, there are slab packs. And here's what it looks like when you're ripping a pack digitally. Boom.
So cool.
You rip it, and there's a little Bobby Witt. How you doing? I like it. Wait for it to come back so we can get a nice look at the front. Nice. There you go. So anyway, that's what you can do on Arena Club. Use the code FOUL to receive 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase at arenaclub.com/FOUL. Card purchase or slab pack. We just showed you what the slab packs look like. These are real cards that you're getting in your digital showroom. You want the card physically to show off to your friends. They get it mailed to you. You want to sell it or do anything else with it. This is where you get rid of all the clunky physical work that you have to do with mailing it and everything else. Like, it already gets done within the app. This is where everyone should be. So go check it out.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.